Good morning, lovelies. This is a story about my opinion on just certain parts of marriage. I'll be hitting on it as I go along. But I was married 21 years, and that's before my husband died. hmm And I've been a widow for 17 years now. So I've been happily married and happily a widow. So that's why I'm still in my widowhood and enjoying my widowhood. I don't like stress. I don't like problems. I don't like people who feel that there needs to be a drama. I don't like people who are shady. I don't like disgusting people. I stay far from all the negatives, okay? I don't like, but I want to bring this to y'all attention. There's too many divorces, too many broken homes. And I ain't talking about all over the world. Let's deal right here with 21 by 7 and then the Bahamas and as a whole. You know, we are people be like copycat. Everything the monkey do, we want to do. Everything the monkey laugh, you laugh too. You know, everything the monkey do, you want to. Let me explain something. I come from a set of family with broken homes, broken marriages, divorces, and a lot of bitter women. You heard me, I'm not playing. A lot of bitter women in my family. They bitter till they don't realize they are bitter. Okay? But with my observation, I said to myself, that ain't the path for me. Uh-uh. My mother never took me to church like that. She once or twice went to the Seventh-day Adventist church when we went, but that's it. But every time I went to church, I took myself to church. Let the bus come, I jump in the bus and go. My parents never gone to church and all of that. But the foundation was there. Okay? The foundation was there. I don't believe in broken marriages because, things can be mended. And before it get too far, because when you keep pushing and pushing, it gets too far and things get out of hand. You gotta know how to rein things in. But some of y'all don't want to rein nothing in. Y'all want something new. That's the whole key. Y'all want something new. Let me explain. Knowing that I come from this background, I made it my business to keep some of those bitter women in my family out of my marriage. Okay? Because you can't tell me nothing when you never stay with your husband. You can't tell me nothing when you know everything else about this relationship, that relationship. You can talk everybody business, but you don't see yours. And that's for women on the whole, especially in our country, okay? And I say that to say this. It's a lot of men. They don't make as much money as women. And a lot of women going back to school, the men them getting trades or whatnot and the this and that. And sometimes the job aren't there, you know. But a lot of women, because they feel they reach the hierarchy in their position and the this and the that, whatever they think they are, you can't even say nothing to them. And I'm a woman and it's coming from me. They don't know how to talk to no one. They don't know how to approach nobody. They always is in a negative. What y'all fail to understand, y'all who think y'all reach wherever y'all think y'all reach. What y'all failing to understand, yes, I getting really out of there. That's why I have my YouTube channel. You need to go make one instead of watching me if you have a problem. Okay? What y'all fail to understand is, you don't want give a heck what position you is on your job. When you come home, you need to leave your job where the job is, and you need to pick up home because you have a different role at home. Some of y'all don't know where the job ends. No one can tell y'all nothing, y'all this, y'all that, y'all the next. Okay? And that's just how y'all is on those jobs. And you wonder why your marriage broke up. I as a woman won't deal with you now. I as a woman and won't deal with you now. Okay? Because y'all need to know where the job ends and where home begins. And that negativity, what goes on in some places of work, you shouldn't be carrying that on. And you know what I mean by that? You know people who mean you no good. You know the people ain't into you. You know you didn't have problems with people. Why are you bringing them around your house? You need to leave those demons where they belong. And they're the same ones who pushing themselves on you because they want to come. What you think they coming for? Looking for something else to talk. Looking for something else to do. If you know they negative, why you bring them around where you live? And to your problem and situation, and you know they have a problem with you. Huh? You need to learn sense. That's the first thing. The second thing is some of y'all goody two shoes, too good for your own self. You know, the man come home tired. Some of y'all don't even work and come home to a house with nothing cooked. What he supposed to eat after working out all day? Y'all think the nails, the hair, and whatever y'all are can keep the man, and you wonder why the man gone? Let me tell you something. When a man hungry and tired, you could be the prettiest woman on the universe, on the planet. I hope y'all listening well. Y'all need to replay this to listen to it. You could be the prettiest woman on the planet, and to him you are nothing. You're nothing. And that's how other women is get your man. The man hungry, you can't cook. The man hungry, you ain't trying to cook. You know what I'm saying? I never forget the first argument in my marriage was based on the fact that one day my husband, he was working for himself. He came home very, very, very tired and hungry. Man, I gave him plenty food to carry that morning, but he have too much people sucking on him. Let's put it that way. And they come from a home with a wife too, but their wife ain't give them nothing to eat or to carry to work to eat. And plenty days, he come home in that state because he got to share his food because they ain't got nothing to eat. And I told him, you need to leave them buggers to be starving if they don't want to bring nothing from home because they working just like you. They get a wife just like you. And if I can get up and prepare your food so you can have it for lunch, their wife could do the same thing. You shouldn't have to be compensating them. Ain't nothing wrong once and twice or a while to do things, but something wrong with it if it can be an everyday situation. Something wrong with that. I already told him that. But this day he was so angry because he was so hungry. You know? And there I was sitting up with hairdo, nail do, new outfit. My husband was so tired he couldn't see the hairdo, nail do outfit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all ladies. Those things don't matter. Those things don't matter at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all ladies. And listen here. He said, Marcelle, I'm so tired. And you ain't cook? I said, no, I didn't cook. Oh, what I say that for? I just angered him. But I said in a more calm way because I see he was angry, but I was like playing games. Because this would have been our first argument. We hadn't had an argument before. This was our first. This was like 3 years after being married. Okay? And listen to me. I tell him, I say, I already set some hot water for you. I see you come in, and I know just the time you're going to be home. I already set some hot water for you. And just go take off your clothes and get a hot bath. I can bring you a drink. And when you finish, some clothes on the bed for you to put on. So I have some plan. So he already knew me. So he went and he gone into the bath. And yes, I had some body dyes. I put some body dyes. You know, men don't be into that like women. But I fixed the water. I put a body dyes, nice hot water. And look here, he's soaking. I bring him a cup of lemonade. Cup of lemonade. And he drank that while he was in there. And he bathed and washed his, right from his hair straight down. And when he came out, he was saying he didn't even take notice of the clothes on the bed because he was still angry when he did go in the bath. But the bath helped soothe him down, and he realized that his wife did care for him. His wife have maybe some plan that he is not aware of because ain't no food in the house. So when he came back from bathing and see that he's like when he noticed the clothes, he realized he never see these clothes before. These are some new clothes. So I said, yeah, I bought some new clothes for you to put on because we going out tonight. I have a dinner reservation. Oh, his eye light up because, I kind of play sometimes games that I like. I know he was going to be a little angry, but I was going to bring him around to it, you know, and that's the type person I am. And he like, ooh, these some nice clothes. Yeah, a whole coat suit, baby. And the whole nice coat suit, new socks, new everything. New shoes and all that they buy for him. He put it on. And oh, he did look sharp. Yeah, sharp. Look like $1 million. Everybody who know him is tell him, say, boy, you always look like $1 million. I always say if my husband had the money for how he looked, he would have been straight. That's how well he looked, especially when he's dressed. And so um, I actually had a limo planned to pick us up, a white limo. That's what I always ordered, a white limo. So by time is I had it timed. By time is he then put on his clothes and everything. I say the driver is here. He was like, driver, but we had a little old broke up car. I wasn't going. I was making it special, and so we had a limo driver, and we were taken over Paris Island to a nice dinner. And while we ate, we laughed and we had fun. And I had ordered some champagne for us and everything. And being a husband, he was concerned when he see, baby boy going for the dinner. And he's first thing he asked me, say, "Do you have enough money for this?" I was like, "If I didn't have enough money, honey, I wouldn't bring you." So he said, "Marcel, you look like you ain't been to work today." I say, "No, baby, I didn't tell you that. That was the whole plan. I didn't tell you that. I took the day off and I've been getting my hair and everything done. This is the only time my husband noticed that my hair and everything was done while we were sitting down to dinner. I tell you, ladies, those things don't matter. A man hungry ain't checking for how you look. He have a need that needs to be met. A man hungry ain't checking for how you look. All them nails do and hairdo can't keep no man. It will not keep no man. You could be the prettiest woman in the world and no man will stay with you, ladies. So you hear it from another woman, you better take it for what it really is, because that's a fact. You wonder why so much, oh, but she's a movie star. Why her husband leave her? Yeah, because you gotta understand. A human have needs. And if those needs ain't be met, you think they can come to the world and say, they do this, they do that? They leaving. They leaving, okay? Get it right. And you can't be so argumentative all the time. You gotta know when to pull back. And we really both enjoyed ourselves that night. Because I never planned on going to sit other places over PI and this and that. We I only was planning the dinner, but the dinner extended to plenty other things. We didn't reach home till about 3 o'clock the next morning. I had to go to work the next day, but it didn't matter. You were younger, and so those timing didn't matter to you. And we had a jolly time. But the first argument we ever had was that argument. It wasn't a big, big argument, but he was sure mad as hell. But after all of that, he was the happiest man as hell. He was the happiest man. So some women, y'all just antagonize, antagonize, antagonize. And that is not good for a relationship. You guys know when to draw back. You understand me? And you have to say to yourself, how would you want someone to treat you? Look here. In relationship, you feed off each other, or supposed to. Okay? That means, right? If I know I like to be treated a certain way, then you have to treat people that way. It's only as simple as that. But if you know you're giving your all to somebody and they're not checking for you, that is not a relationship for you. That is not a relationship for you. Because some people pretend well, and a lot of y'all get married knowing the man ain't right, and then you wonder why the relationship break up. If you in a relationship before you get married with this man, that's what you have to be anyhow before you get married to this man, and you see all the wrongs under this and the that, you don't need to push marriage because some of y'all want to get married so bad y'all don't care. Trying to turn a blind eye, so what you expect? You don't see the nasty ways, the uncompromising ways. In marriage, you have to compromise. You have to think for the next person sometime. You know? Not always be, you cannot be selfish. And a lot of women too, because y'all have these think, quote unquote, like I say previously, and y'all have these big positions, y'all go home, oh, I'm not cooking. Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that. Let him do that. And then y'all belittle the man because he make less money than you. It don't even matter how much money a person make. Do you realize that? It's what you do with the money. It don't even matter how much money the person make. I know some janitors have the nicest home. Then I say janitress. You didn't hear me say lawyers or doctors. I say janitress. I know some janitors have the nicest home. It don't matter what you do. And most of them staying with their husband. Why? Why? They ain't have no special vices. They're just doing what a woman need to do. And the man see that and he will join suit. When a man see a woman doing all the right things, he will want to help. He'll want to help take care of the children. He can want to help wash the dishes. He can want to help you sometime cook, even if he ain't know how to. And he will take your lead. He will take your lead. The same way as when he trying to fix the car. And he say, baby, pass me this tool. And you helping him. He taking the lead in that. Too much hauling and pulling. Too much hauling and pulling. And you don't need to work on your marriage and stop telling all your best friend and thing your business. And guess what? The minute you tell one person your business all over the street, don't care who it is. Even if you tell your ma, all your sisters and brothers and everybody know. You think your ma can keep it a you better take again, baby. You tell it to Jesus. He'll make everything all right. Or tell it to your husband. What's the use of you be upset about something you ain't tell it to the source? You need to tell it to the source. Sometimes it's not the right time to tell it to the source. You got to find the right time or the right moment to tell things. Because if someone do you something and sometimes you say it right away, it agitate the problem or escalate the problem. You have to sometimes find the right mood, the right moment. It could be months later. It could be even a year or two later. You could say, when this did happen, I did feel this way. And it soothes it over. It don't make it worse than what it is. Like I say, I come from plenty broken home, but mine was not nice, thank God. And my children had a happy life. I had a happy life. We lived. We didn't have no bunch of money. We owe the bank. We owe everybody just like everybody else. But we were happy. And we wasn't letting nothing cause the home to be unhappy. Okay? And that's the key. And that's the way you persevere in relationship. Some people don't know how to behave with each other because they come from nasty homes. And sometimes they bring that nasty home into other relationships. Or some people were spoiled. They thought they were the peaches or the cream in their home. And so when they go into a relationship, they refuse to act in accordance, but you can't want someone treat you good and you don't know how to talk to no one. You can't want someone treat you good and you don't know how to treat nobody good. You don't want, the worst thing a human could do to another human is always think you so high that you could bring down others or talk down to others. Let me tell you, there is a God. Plenty people who you see in the road, some things they do to people, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. And you wonder, well, how they get like that? Yeah, some of them should have never been in the position they're in. How they get like that? Huh? There is a God. That's how they get like that. So I say, let me just bring this to you this morning because, you know, too often we have people with that high mind who think they could say what they feel to others, do what they feel to others. But let me tell you, what you speak into the universe and the anger that you send into the universe, guess what? Something called karma. It comes back to bite you. Yes, it comes back to bite you. And some of y'all have some terrible home. Y'all living in around here, front like everything all right. That's why you don't know how to act or live peacefully with each other. You don't know how to live in peace with nobody because you're living in hell and you're carrying that hell everywhere you go. And you're trying to put a blame on somebody everywhere you go. And trying to denigrate somebody's name everywhere you go. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that. Clean out your dirty life. Y'all have a lot of dirty life. Clean out your dirty life. You're sitting up in church every Sunday, but your heart full of malice towards people for no reason. No reason. Who did you something? Who do something wrong? Who owe you anything? You need to clean out your dirty hearts and your dirty lives. That's what you need to do. Over and out.